Hot and humid conditions greeted the Jaguars as training camp opened for 2016. After 4 upbeat practices, head coach Gus Bradley liked what he saw. All of that changed after they put the pads on for the first time on Tuesday.
There's no excuses, no justifying it, no other reason than we weren't our best.
Exceeding the standard early in camp is last year's first-round draft pick Dante Fowler. After a year of rehabbing his knee and learning the defense, Fowler says he's almost all the way back.
Well, I'm 100%, but they say the last thing you get is your explosiveness.
Tonight on their home field, the players and coaches are anxious to see where they are in their first full-action scrimmage. We'll bring you live action and analysis from our first look at the 2016 Jaguars. Hey everybody, there's a live look at EverBank Field that's full of action tonight as the Jaguars have their first live scrimmage of the year after just a week in training camp. It'll be offense versus defense and special teams as well. They're calling it teal versus white tonight here at the stadium. Hi everybody, Sam Kabaris with you for the next hour as we take a look at this Jaguars scrimmage. You can hear plenty of energy and plenty of excitement. They'll be playing music. It'll be loud in here tonight, and several thousand fans are here. I'd say maybe 8 or 10 are already in the stadium as they prepare. The Jaguars just left the field because they're going to have some formal introductions of the players as they come through that brand new south end zone and see exactly what it's going to feel like when the season opens on September 11th. Meanwhile, earlier today, there were a lot of opportunities to introduce you to the different people who are going to be part of what is going on here tonight, and that is Mo Williams joins us here live, former Jaguar offensive lineman. Matt Robinson, former NFL quarterback, joins us. Lonnie Martz joins us live from the field as well, and Elizabeth Campbell is in the stands and has a special story for us this evening as well. Tonight, earlier in the scrimmage, was one of those things that really, you saw the players learning from each other as well. Let's introduce Mo Williams here tonight and show exactly, Mo, where your background was and where you came from. Out of the University of Michigan, drafted by the Jaguars, of course. 9 years in the NFL, all with this team. 100 starts, and you started every game from 2003 to 2006, and now you're the founder of the Maurice Williams Family Foundation. Mo Williams, the Michigan, pride of Michigan, the year 2000, joining us live here. We're on the East Club patio. Mo, exactly what do they look for tonight in a scrimmage? What do the players look for? What do the coaches look for?
The coaches are looking for, they want to see progress. So they want to see all the plays that they've been putting in. Are they learning our system? Are they able to execute? Especially from an offense. The offense is kind of hard in scrimmages because the defense can just put their ears back. But offense, there's a lot of things that you need to know. You need to know where my steps are, what's the quarterback reads. And so it's important tonight that they can show that they understand the offense and they're ready to play fast. And so that's one of the things the coaches are looking for. From the players' perspective, they're just coming out here ready to have a great showing because they know that a lot of these guys' jobs are on the line, so they want to show the coaches, I'm ready to be on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Still 90 guys on the roster, and one of the positions that's set is at quarterback, and we have our own quarterback tonight, and that's Matt Robinson, who will be live on the field tonight for us, looking at offensive play. Matt, out of the University of Georgia in 1976, 6 seasons in the league with the Jets, the Denver Broncos, and the Buffalo Bills. 2 seasons in the USFL, where he's with Portland and also here in Jacksonville. 40 career touchdowns, over 7,000 career yards, and Matt 1 year led the National Football League in yards per pass. Matt Robinson joins us live from the sideline. Matt, what are they looking for on offense tonight? Yes, you're supposed to talk. Yes.
Oh, okay, we're talking about the quarterbacks. Hey, Sam, Matt here on the sideline. In talking about the quarterbacks, obviously, we're looking for Blake Bortles to do a few different things. Number one, we're looking for him to be smart and quick with his decisions. Number two, we're looking for him to be safe with the football. Obviously, we know he can get his team out of the huddle. After that, we know what Chad Henne can do. He's a guy that can make it happen when he has to and coming off the bench. And also, Brandon Allen is a guy they want to take a good look at. Real heady kid, number 5 draft choice.
Robinson
Huh?
will take us.
Sam, back to you,
take
buddy.
A look. Matt will take a look at the offense. We'll get his headset straightened out as well. Also on the field tonight is former Jacksonville Jaguar Lonnie Martz out of Tulane in 1990. 10 years in the NFL. Started with Kansas City, off to Tampa Bay and Houston, and then finished his career with the Jaguars in 2000. 17 career sacks and 5 career interceptions. Currently the athletic director at Harvest Community. Lonnie Martz will be on the field. Lonnie, there's some speed on defense now. And there's also some speed in that linebacker core that the Jaguars acquired not only through free agency, but also through the draft.
Well, you're right, Sam. I think what you have to actually pay attention to right now is the fact that these guys are out here under the lights with the people around them. They're looking at them. The coaches want to see how well they do in the what you call the trenches, the deal with when they come on and they play well. If they play well tonight, then you can expect them to play well that first game. So we're just trying to get them a little bit of, I guess, lights, camera, action tonight. So I think it'll be good for the linebackers to show exactly what they can do, and it also inspires the crowd.
A little bit under the lights tonight, and that's always something totally different than practice, right?
That's right. Especially in this new electric stadium that we have. And, man, it looks great here. New club seats. You got the scoreboards. The music is going really good. It's really a fun environment for a scrimmage, something I didn't see in my playing days. I'll be excited like it's game day today.
And in the stands tonight, Channel 4 reporter Elizabeth Campbell will join us. Elizabeth, who has come back over from River City. Look at her there, Georgia Southern in 2010. Been a reporter with us since then. River City Live in the last couple of years, and currently volunteers at Big Brothers and Big Sisters, as well as many pet organizations. Elizabeth Campbell. Elizabeth, you're in the south end zone. It looks like there's plenty of excitement down there already.
Oh my goodness, Sam, any minute now the players are going to start making their way through the tunnel here. You can see some of them lining up right now to do the prowl. We've got fans going nuts. There has been screaming and yelling for 30 minutes straight, long before these players even got here. And I want to mention they're going to have a special guest tonight. It's a local 15-year-old teenager who is battling several illnesses, and he is going to lead the prowl tonight. So as you can hear, the crowd is going wild. It is so exciting for the Jags to be opening up with this special guest. And so we are going to be here throughout the night talking to fans, and it is exciting, I can tell you that. So we will have more coming up later in the show. For now, back to you, Sam.
Pretty exciting down there. The specialist comes out. New punter this year for the Jaguars. Jason Myers, of course, back to try to keep that kicking job. It's a different environment, as you said, than a scrimmage you've ever been to.
It's a different anything I've ever been a part of. It's good to see that the offensive line was introduced first. That does my heart good right here.
Mo, you can't lose your job here. Can you win it? Can you make a step forward in a scrimmage?
You definitely can make a step forward. A guy who's been on a bubble, they're not sure how he's performing, can come out here and really establish himself tonight. When the twos are going against the ones, and they're saying, "Lo, you know what? He's handling our Cedric Marks. This is a player that we should look at." And that's what's something you should try to do in a scrimmage like today.
Even on a team like the Jaguars, where currently, you can hear there's a lot going on here in the stadium. even on a team like the Jaguars, where a lot of the starters are set, there's still 2 or 3 positions that are up for grabs.
It is. In every training camp, you know, they have an idea who's going to be the guys going into the training camp. But every training camp, you have 1 or 2, maybe 4 guys who might rise up to be a player. And that's what it is. The scouts spend a lot of time trying to find talent. The coaches watch a lot of film. So everybody that's on this roster right now has an opportunity to make this team.
They're taking the field as we see. And we'll take a quick break as the Jaguars will begin their on-field scrimmage for 2016, live from EverBank Field on Jaguars All Access right after this.
Coming up on Jaguars All Access, the scrimmage. He sold sodas in the stadium when it was known as the Gator Bowl. Now Leon Washington's getting his chance to coach in the same stadium. How the former Jackson High, Florida State, and NFL star got here. Plus, how would you like to be a Jaguar for a weekend? One local dreamer got his wish. Elizabeth Campbell shares his story. All that and more live play-by-play and analysis coming up.
focus. It's what...
Welcome back to the stadium where a beautiful rendition of our national anthem has preceded the scrimmage here between the teal and the white. And the two teams are on the same sideline tonight. Sam Kavaris, Mo Williams, Matt Robinson, Lonnie Martz with you, Elizabeth Campbell in the stands as well, following all the action. You can kind of feel, you could feel it when you were walking through, coming in here, the excitement that the fans have because of all the changes that have happened here in the offseason. I think you have. I think the owner, Khan, has done a great job of bringing a new excitement back to Jacksonville. You can feel it from the stadium, from the scoreboards to the new seating, from the swimming pools. There's just a lot going on to make the experience down here probably the best I've seen it since I've been here since 2001. I think fans are in for a lot. Let's bring Lonnie Martz in, who's been down on the field and can feel some of the tension down there. Lonnie, down on the field, and I see the defensive guys are in the end zone there. What do those guys do down there while all this is happening? There's some tap and go. Tell us through some of these things that they go through right behind you there.
Well, I'll tell you, Sam, one of the things that's happening is they're getting ready to play. You have to actually get the pads all lathered up, if you will. You also have to make sure that your mind is correct. The biggest thing you want to do is make sure that everything is clicking. You want to be focused on what your job is so that, as Mo said, you look good when you're out here playing. You don't want to come out here and lay an egg. So a lot of these guys are just getting the pads nice and tightened up, want to make sure that they got their best play going on when they get out here, and they're going to go for it once they get on this field. Remember what I said, lights, camera, action. And these guys are getting lathered up so that they can get it done.
Ready to get it done. You never want equipment to have some impact on what you look like on tape, right?
That's right. You want to come out, man, you just want to have a good time.
All right. Matt Robinson is on the other side of the field where the quarterbacks are throwing. Matt, is it important that the quarterbacks limit their throws, or is there plenty arm strength at this point?
Oh, Tim, good question. Plenty of arm strength at this point. They want to show out tonight. It's always good to get off to a real hot start as a quarterback. You want the coaches to notice you. You want Bortles, he wants to be sharp, so he gives his players and those coaches the confidence that they need to get the year started. Now, the young guys, they got to show out. I talked about Brandon Allen earlier. He's got to show out. And quite frankly, so does Henne. He's got to prove that he can be the number 2 guy and come off the bench and move the offense down the field. Back to you, Sam.
Matt, it's interesting that the quarterbacks down there, we may see all 4 of them tonight, but we're going to see Bortles and the number 1s. What will you look for, though, past that? Obviously, Bortles and Chad Henne, but when they get into the 3rd and the 4th string quarterback, what are you going to look for down there tonight?
Well, I want to make sure they can call the play in the huddle and break the huddle. That's the first order of business. A quarterback has to take control, especially a young quarterback in the NFL. He's got to show them that he knows show everybody that he knows what he's doing. After that, Sam, again, protect the ball, sound decisions. Be willing to throw the ball away. Don't feel like you have to make everything happen all at once. Line up to play another play. You want to see smarts from a quarterback early on in camp.
And when you step into the huddle as an offensive lineman, you know whether a guy's got command of the huddle or not right away.
You do. When I was here in Jacksonville, I had a chance to play under Mark Brunell,
absolutely,
Leftwich, and David Garrard. And each quarterback had their unique feel. You knew the guy who was in the huddle. He commanded the respect of the huddle, and you wanted to play for him. And I think it's important for a young quarterback like Bortles to establish that early on. And so your big dogs up front are going to give everything they have on each play.
Mo, you stayed in Jacksonville. I mean, you weren't from here. You played here and just decided to stay here, right? You loved it.
Jacksonville it was great to me. It was a great city. I was drafted here in 2001. This is really my only NFL team that I played for. And so I grew up here as a man. I made Jacksonville home, and it's a great place to raise my family, my 4 young boys.
This is an interesting town for football, too, because we also have produced so much football talent here. One of those guys is Leon Washington, who played here in Pop Warner, here in high school, here in the pros, and played here as a professional. This year now he's an interim and an intern coach for the Jaguars because of his relationship with Gus Bradley. And that's where Brian Jackson found him, over on the practice field.
Speed and vision were how Leon Washington made a living during his 9 seasons in the NFL. Now he's cashing in that experience for a coaching internship with the Jaguars.
As a player, you go out there and you really don't know how much work the coaches put into the game. But when you get into the coaching aspect of it, you see how many hours they put in, you have a genuine appreciation for it.
This is where it all began for Washington. Less than a 10-minute drive from EverBank Field is Andrew Jackson High School, where back in 2002, Washington was the top recruit in the entire state of Florida. Not only did he grow up watching the Jaguars as a kid, but he actually worked at EverBank Field. And now that he's returned to Jacksonville, it's truly brought his career full circle.
1993, I played in the old Gator Bowl, and that kind of started my career off, and now I get the opportunity to come back here and coach after I played in college and in the league. So just one of those things, I get the opportunity to come back along with the Leon Washington Foundation to impact this community, and what a great way to do it, being a coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I had the chance to be with Leon in Seattle, and I always admired his work ethic, his attention to detail, and the spirit he brought to practice. He had the total respect of everybody in the locker room, and I just felt like his wisdom that he could share with our team, I knew it would be real quick that he would gain their respect, and he's had tremendous influence on our guys.
Bradley joked that Washington comes out to practice every day in cleats and probably feels like he can still play. And as long as he carries the passion from how he played into coaching, he's going to be very successful. Brian Jackson, Channel 4, the local station.
Right now, the Jaguars have the largest coaching staff in the National Football League, in fact, and you look at coaches like that who played in the league, who have an affinity for Did you ever think about being a coach?
I have. I'm just waiting for my kids to get a little bit older, but it's something that's
a big commitment.
It's a huge commitment. Yes, it is.
You got to be there a lot. Now, they just blew the horn because they're going to do some special teams behind us. Now, you were a starter here. Were you ever on special teams?
I was on special teams. I was on field goal, and a funny story. It probably may not funny to most, but towards the end of my career, when I wasn't playing as much, the only thing I had to do was field goal. I almost had 3 field goals blocked in one game. You're talking about having the worst game that you could have ever possibly had. I had it.
Now you're looking the guys with the red beanies on their helmets are identified specifically as special team return guys. And here's the first team offense coming on the field. Let's bring Matt Robinson in real quick as they're going to come out with Blake Bortles, Alan Hearns. Matt, it looks like they're coming out with their number 1 standard 11 personnel.
Well, I like that. And that's exactly what they should do, Sam, early on. You want to definitely keep it simple, do the basics, get through the basics, break the huddle, work the snap count, get to your running plays, and then hit some quick passing game to get everybody loose and into the game, so to speak.
Jaguars first team defense also on the field. Bortles drops to throw. Looks a little screen pass, a little dump off. This goes for about a 10-yard gain to T.J. Yeldon. Matt, that didn't look like a hot read. That looked like something that was a planned play to kind of get guys in their groove.
That's a great point, Sam. I tell you what, it's a coach's dream to have a guy come out, throw a short pass, complete it. Everybody gets confidence. You move the ball down the field. This is all pre-planned. They talked about this just like in a regular game. They talk about this 20 plays into the first part of the game.
Here's Bortles at the line of scrimmage once again, as he still has just a single setback and gives it. That is eaten up by the defense. And that Dante Fowler makes his first kind of appearance on T.J. Yeldon. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue with this 11 on 11 right here on Jaguars All Access.
Stop by the stadium.
Back on Jaguars All Access here at the stadium for the very first scrimmage live action, as you can see. Jonathan Cyprien on the field. Has still got a lot of the number 1s out there at this point. We've sent Mo Williams down on the field. We've put Lonnie Martz right up here with us, and you can see there's a lot of interaction going on. Lonnie, nice job on the field, by the way. And tell me what we saw. Gus Bradley running off the field, talking to players. It's something that doesn't happen in games, but This is still a teaching situation.
Yeah, it is. It is. Very much so. You want to make sure that your linebackers are doing what they're supposed to do, because that's pretty much where I know my field. He needs to make sure that his linebackers are stepping up, hitting gaps, and the first play they had was a screen. And so that's to give some pressure, release some pressure from Bortles. But at this time, he's going to go talk to him and make sure that nobody took the fake. If you took the fake on the screen that early in the game, you're not. Your mind's not locked in. So you're not locked in.
You haven't been paying attention. Exactly. Let's bring Elizabeth Campbell in, who's continues to kind of roam the stadium for us. Elizabeth, what have you found among the, I'm telling you, 10, 12,000 fans here tonight already?
There are a lot of people here this evening, Sam, and I can tell you fans have high expectations. If you look right behind me, are you guys having a good time?
Yes! Go, go, go!
Yes! Obviously very into the scrimmage, which is very understandable, but I want to introduce you to a young man named Andrew. He is 15 years old, was treated like royalty by the Jaguars franchise yesterday into today. He is battling several life-threatening illnesses, but still has the best attitude you could ever ask for. This is video of him running out of the tunnel just minutes ago with the Jaguars, leading the prowl. Such excitement. Yesterday, he got a specialized tour of EverBank Field, got front row seats at practice, and then tonight was just the icing on the cake for him. Take a look at what all he was treated to over the past 2 days.
It's been great.
15-year-old Andrew Motley says his day Thursday couldn't have been any better.
Feels awesome.
He's been a Jaguars fan for quite some time.
I think ever since birth.
Andrew was born with cerebral palsy and brachial pulmonary disease. At times, it can be difficult for him to run, even walk. But he had not a care in the world yesterday or today as dreams come true, and the Jacksonville Jaguars made his dreams come true. He started the day Thursday morning with his parents and younger brother by taking a picture with the famous Jaguar statue. Then it was time to meet with Coach Gus Bradley privately in his office. After his talk with Coach, Andrew had his very own contract signing with the football administration team, got a Jaguars football, and of course couldn't leave without putting on his new personalized jersey.
I took a tour of the stadium, and I'm really surprised. I'm actually the first youngest member of the Jacksonville Jaguars, man.
Then it was time for front row seats to see the Jags practice. He gave the team some pointers at the end of practice, then led the team's final huddle of the day.
1, 2, 3.
Yesterday, he was already looking forward to tonight in taking the field with his fellow Jaguars.
Going out here with some of these top guys and running like I've never run before. Trying to impress my guys. Dreams do come true. Don't forget it. Believe that.
Thank you.
Miles Jack.
Stand by. Such a confident, humble young man, and he and his family were so thrilled, and he is among thousands in the stands tonight, including, it looks like one of the Jacksonville Jaguars' youngest fans. How are you feeling up there, little one?
Good.
You think we're going to be awesome this year?
Yes.
Go Jags.
Go Jags.
A lot of excitement tonight, and it is just getting started. So we're having a blast down here, and I'm going to send it back to you, Sam.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Great story. I know that you were involved and stay involved in an awful lot of charities. That's part of an NFL player's job, isn't it?
Is it? It is. It really is. What we like to do is get out in the community, make sure that they put a face with a name and the character. And you have to have great character when you're being out amongst the people. And they follow you after that for some reason. So it brings a lot of people to the game.
That's exactly right. And, you know, Mo said that he'd never been to a scrimmage like this before. You probably haven't seen anything like this either.
No, I haven't. This is really exciting. I would actually like to be out there on the field right now, and obviously my body would not take it. So, so yeah, it's good. It's good to be here.
We've seen a little bit of Miles Jack out there on the field. he is some kind of athlete. It's no surprise that a lot of people felt like he was one of the best athletes in the draft and happened to fall to the Jaguars in the second round.
I think that's a big move for the Jaguars because this kid, I've watched him a little bit just here. He can run very well, and he's good size. So for him to be that size, run that fast, and as we talked about, cover tight ends, that's a great guy on the field. You want to have that kind of guy that takes a tight end out the game.
Brad Nortman, who is free agent signing for the Jaguars as a punter, just his first punt here at the stadium. I can tell you that this guy was an all-pro punter, really is a good directional kicker. Downwind, he was killing it before the game. I know you saw some of that, and it is funny how punters and kickers are treated by position players, but they can play such a big role in the game.
They do. I love punters who can actually punt the ball down within the red zone, inside the 10, and have it roll back and stop dead. That's what they call what those Australian kickers was doing. And so when you just start doing that, that really adds to the game. We can play on their side of 50. That's where I like to play.
Matt Robinson's still down on the field. Matt, they're kind of right in front of you down. They put the ball on their own 2. This is a different drill that you see the Jaguars do, kind of coming out of their own end zone. Takes a lot of discipline. You can see all the first teamers are in there. Hearns, Thomas, Robinson, Yeldon. The offensive line is the same. This is what they're trying to teach. Close splits and really be very disciplined down here in your own end zone.
Sam, is called the coming out drill, and it's something every NFL team practices. You have +5, +15, +10, +20, and then you've got -5, -10, -20. You're teaching your football team how to hold on to the football, come out, but at the same time, you're working on some plays that can take the defense a little bit by surprise and maybe turn the field upside down with a big ball down the middle. So you run, you punch it out to the 8 or 9 yard line, maybe get 1 first down, and then right after that you take your shot. But the key is to give your punter room. Change the field position in your favor.
Matt, it's a little bit different to see Luke Jokel lining up at guard here down in their own end zone.
Well, quite frankly, Sam, I'd be happy to see him at guard. These guys standing on the sideline with him are so big. It's amazing the difference in when I played and the size of these guys right now. So, I mean, these tackles and guards are so big, and the quarterbacks are so big. But it is interesting. And again, you want to show versatility as an offensive lineman, because that's where a lot of your injuries come from. Those big men are moving so fast, and they're 315, 320 pounds. A lot of injuries occur. So you got to be able to move around and know what you're doing at all positions.
Right now, the Jaguars are running Josh Wells at the tackle position, Jokel at center, and then Jokel at left guard, Brandon Lindner, A.J. Cann, and Jeremy Parnell out there on the right side. Lonnie, what's the defense getting out of this particular drill? Because they're not taking anybody to the ground.
No, they're not taking them to the ground, but you got to make your calls. You also know that on defense, they're trying to actually take advantage of where the weaknesses are on defense. And just like that, you got a crossing route. We got to make sure we cover that guy, because if we drop too deep, he runs free and now it's a first down. They want to make sure they take care of that so that doesn't expose a weakness of the defense.
This is a big year for Jonathan Cyprien, who was on Julius Thomas there. I mean, he has had a lot of fanfare. They feel like that he has a big ceiling. Hadn't been able to show it, but they feel like with the addition of Tayshaun Gibson at the other safety position that he'll be able to play closer to the line of scrimmage and really have more of an impact this year.
And I think he's a big hitter, and so he loves to kind of mix it up, almost a small linebacker, so that may help his game out, and that may be what they're looking for from him. Want his game to step up.
Jaguars brought in some of their second teamers. You see Chad Henne's out quarterback. That is Bernardo at center, who's one of the guys competing for one of those offensive line positions. And you see Joe Banyard is also currently in the backfield. A lot of competition. I love what you said before we went on the air about competition, because if you go into the season, you don't have any doubt that you're the starter, you're not going to get any better.
No, you're not. Competition, like I said, the funny thing about competition is you have to have some doubt with competition, or else it's not competition. So you get around the doubt, you overcome it, you become a better player. You're a much better athlete when you get on the field, and they can expect more from you, and they know that you're tested.
Mo Williams has gone down on the field for us. Mo, let me ask you about the fact that Jokel was at that left guard position, and you talk about the versatility that everybody has to have. A guy who was the number 2 pick in the draft, is that how he is going to have to continue his NFL career, to show how versatile he is if he can't win that job at the starting left tackle position?
Joe Banyard breaking free.
Definitely. I think right now they made a decision like we know you're a good football player, but as far as being our left tackle right now, we need to see what you can do at left guard. And there's a difference in the two different positions. Left tackle, you're out on the island, you don't get a lot of help. At guard, things happen a lot faster. So it's a good opportunity for him to see how physical he can be and how good he can be in the running game. So he might actually like being inside. I know once I moved from right tackle to right guard, and I was already a physical player, I was able to take my game to the next level.
That is one of those things that a lot of people don't realize, the difference, Mo, between what a tackle and a guard does. In fact, the tackles consider themselves somewhat elite athletes, don't you?
Without a doubt, we are elite athletes. We compare ourselves to the corners on the team because the corners are always out there on the edge. So like a Rasheem Mathis, a Jalen Ramsey out here, we compare ourselves to those guys. So as a tackle, I felt like I was going against some of the most elite athletes out there on the field.
Right. Good feet, good hands. We'll show you some more of that with Mo Williams, Lonnie Martz, and Matt Robinson, Elizabeth Campbell in the stands. All that coming up on Jaguars All Access as it continues live here from the stadium. Welcome back to Jaguars All Access at the scrimmage here at the stadium. You see Chad Henne is running the offense at this point. Drops back to throw and throws it over the middle. The ball is dropped. This is Neil Sterling, who was a wide receiver last year, 87, who was trying to make the team as a tight end. And any drops in practice do not bode well for you or what the coaches think of you. Sam Kavaris, Lonnie Martz, Matt Robinson, and Mo Williams both are on the field. I asked Mo this. You can't quite lose your whole job here. Can you win it in the scrimmage, particularly on defense, because you're really not taking anybody to the ground?
I don't think you can win it here. I think you win it during the games. Mm-hmm. You start to show how productive you can be in the games, and that's where you win it. Here, you're just showing that I'm capable. I'm capable of doing this. I'm capable of being a really good linebacker. This is my niche that I bring to the table, but I don't think you can win it in practice. I think you win it in the games.
Mo, this is basically the 8th practice the Jaguars have had. Don't players get sick and tired of hitting the same guy, even in a scrimmage situation? You know what that guy's going to do in front of you. Nothing's a surprise, is it?
Rashad Green back to receive.
You do get a little sick and tired of the hitting or whatnot during camp. That's why you see a lot of training camp battles and fights that happen. Usually around the 5th or 6th practice, I got in a fight almost every year because I was hitting the same guys. We was tired of hitting each other. But you like an environment like a scrimmage today where you get to come out here and play a little bit more. But I can tell you they're looking forward to Thursday next week as well.
Thursday of next week is when the Jaguars will take on the New York Jets up in New York, the first preseason game. And you can see that game right here on Channel 4. Rashad Green, who is going to be the punt returner and has an excellent opportunity to be the slot receiver here as well. The first team comes back out. Matt, what's this like in a scrimmage situation? The kind of the starts, the stops. Does it feel like a little bit like a game when you're kind of on the sideline, then coming in, coming back out? Is that what he's simulating here?
Yeah, well, Sam, it kind of feels like a 3 and out. You get on the sideline, watch what's going on, get back on the field. The tough part is when the second unit gets back on the field, and you have to stay there for quite a while, especially if they have an extended drive. So that's the nature of practice. This is not exactly what a game situation would be like, but it simulates it a little bit. Sam, quick comment on the tight ends so far. Between Sterling Koyak and Julius Thomas, I've seen 2 tight ends drop passes, and as well on 2 occasions I've seen Julius Thomas not able to run away from a strong safety or a linebacker. So you're going to need to see better play from all 3 of those tight ends.
And obviously they're going to depend on that combination. Bortles to Allen Robinson, an awful lot this year. We'll take a quick break and we'll continue here on Jaguars All Access live from the scrimmage right after this.
The second team.
Back at Jaguars All Access live at the stadium as the first team offense is still on the field with, well, actually, they just switched it out as what happened in this segment is, as you can see, they're starting with the ball on the 40-yard line. So a +10 situation where they're trying to move the ball in, and it's also against the second-team defense as well. Henne has a variety of the second-team offensive linemen in there. You see Neil Sterling still at tight end, and Denard Robinson there in the backfield. Henne to throw and throws it over the middle. Again, dropped by a tight end. Ben Koyak drops that ball. Koyak, who spent last year on the practice squad for the Jaguars, is maybe counted on to perhaps step into one of those roles where they run a 3 tight end situation. Let's bring Mo Williams in to look at this offensive line situation. Mo, what do they do here, the second team guys? Are they trying to coordinate with each other, or are they just trying to show individual talents?
No, you definitely want to stand out with your individual skills, but as an offensive line is really how you work as a group. So they need to get all 5 guys being able to work with somebody you may not be that familiar with out here on the field today. So they need to make the same combination calls, know who the linebacker they're going to, and knowing where the blitz is coming. If they can work with these guys, then they're showing they have potential to possibly work with the starters as well.
Good look at Bennett on the field, as well as there's Miles Jack, number 44, who is making the calls. And over on the sideline, Denard Robinson, who has seen some action at that running back position tonight. The Jaguars' second-team offense here versus the second-team defense. And I'm sure one of the things that they're looking at is whether Miles Jack can get guys in the right situation. Remember, he was not here for OTAs because of a lot of the things that happened when it comes to finishing school. UCLA wasn't out. Nice throw from Chad Henne, which is caught on the sidelines as they continue to move down. You see Henne signaling first down at this point. But Miles Jack has really only had about 8 practices because he was not here for the OTAs because of his commitment to school, where UCLA was still in school. So they're just trying to find out whether or not he can make that transition to call the plays and continue to play the position at a very high level as he has. The second team offense at this point has Joe Banyard in the backfield, as well as Chad Henne still running the second team offense. And defense calls a timeout. That's Mo, you like that, don't you? When the defense calls a timeout, it means that you get a little bit of a breather there for a second and maybe talk some things over.
Hey, timeouts are always good, especially here in this hot Florida weather here. You get a little time to get your breath. It also tells that you showed up and maybe they saw a look that they wasn't ready for. And so, yes, you always like timeouts as an offensive lineman.
Yeah, a look they're not ready for. That's pretty good. Let's take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue to show you this 11-on-11 period here live at the Jaguars scrimmage on Jaguars All Access. Back here at the stadium where the Jaguars live action practice continues. You can see Chad Henne still in the game with the completion over the middle to Rashad Green. As I mentioned, with Marquise Lee not being available in an awful lot of these practices because of that tweaked hamstring, Green is getting a lot of work at that slot position and really has shown very well. Chad Henne once again looking out and hits Denard Robinson in the flat, who makes a catch. It's one of those things for Denard Robinson to be able to catch that football on a regular basis. So it is Chad Henne still running the second team offense at this point. Matt Robinson is joining us here up at the East Club. Matt, you made a little bit of a mention of this. They haven't looked real sharp in some situations up here.
Yeah, they haven't.
Some of the coaches would like to be sharper.
Exactly.
Way, right?
Like we talked about the coming out drill inside the 5. The first team didn't get out. Henne came in and the second group got out. At least they punched it out to the 18-yard line. A lot of room to run, punt, and, change field position as we talked about. I mentioned the tight ends, and it's funny. During the break, then Julius Thomas catches a fade route. Good one-on-one matchup with the strong safety. The same strong safety he couldn't run away from, but he beat him right off the line of scrimmage, and with his height was able to catch the touchdown pass.
Chad Henne had to call a timeout here. Mo told us at the beginning when the defense called a timeout that maybe there was a look the defense saw from the offense that they haven't seen in practice.
Yeah.
Is that what the quarterback does in this situation?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And there are some things. These coaches, they're competitive against each other, too, these offensive and defensive coaches, and that's part of what they talk about. Hey, we got to test our guys early on to find out if the young guys know what's going on. Can they recognize what we've drawn up on the chalkboard? So thus maybe a timeout from both sides of the ball because, I don't recognize that, so I'm trained not to make a mistake. I'm trained to call the timeout, rethink things, and start over.
Lonnie, they're down inside the 5-yard line. How does the defense react here when you really aren't going to be able to take anybody to the ground? I mean, everything looks like a touchdown, right?
Very true, Sam, but you have to actually attack the line of scrimmage and make sure that no one just passes by you in the passing routes because this is a place where they like to take advantage of your aggressiveness. So many times you run at the, I'd say the off-tackle play as many times as you can, and then you slip a tight end out for a boot, and all of a sudden you got a score on your hands.
Inside the 1-yard line
Sam.
for Joe Banyard, who ended up having some playing time last year as the running back core was a little bit depleted as well. Matt, the uniforms are all over the place here. This is not official.
Yeah.
The players are trying to be comfortable in a practice situation as we watch them once again on the goal line with a single setback and a full line of scrimmage. Joe Banyard steps into the end zone. From a uniform standpoint, the players know what it feels like to put on the full uniform and play in that.
Oh, absolutely, Sam. But this is practice. You see their pants rolled up, no pads in their pants at all. This is all about comfort. No fines will be levied after tonight's scrimmage, without a doubt. But this kind of look during regular season could cost them up to $5,000-$10,000.
Sure. And by the way, Johnny Rembert, the former athletic director at Edward Waters College, is the
guy.
Uniform police, actually,
Uniform police, I
before
like
the
that.
game. And he keeps telling guys, I'm going to fine you if you don't change that.
Yeah, he'll give a warning because he's been around Jacksonville
That's right.
for a while. He's
and he's been around the NFL.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
he played,
Yeah, for a lot of
obviously.
years.